Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be presenting about the rules of Jakim in halal product determination. First, I will introduce you to my group members. My name is Miza Halimah binti Muhammad Rasul. This is Siti Normashita binti Hashim. This is Muhammad Aiman bin Muhammad Diah, and last is Nurul Ain binti Muhammad Sani. So let's start our presentation now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our topic today is the rules of Jakim in determining halal product. Okay, what is halal? Halal indicates the permissibility while haram indicates prohibition and unlawful thing. There are many halal products in the form of goods and services in the market, such as pharmaceuticals, food, cosmetic, tourism, and finance. But in this presentation, we will focus on halal food products only. In Malaysia, we have the system of halal certification and halal logo. Halal logo is the statement portrayed on the product packaging that show it is halal certified. The agency that is responsible for the halal certification in Malaysia is Jakim. Now, let's hear more about Jakim from Ain.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Ain binti Muhammad Sani. Okay, today we're going to present about our topic, the role of Jakim in halal product determination. But in this study, we only focus on food product. Okay, and then we go to the Jakim. Jakim is the full name of Jakim is Development of Department of Islamic Development Malaysia. Is an authority that responsible in Islam matter. But from Jakim through Jakim, Halal Management Division is the leading agency that responsible to conducting the halal and enforcement of halal status. The halal management is one of the main division in Halal Hub division that will control all the halal certification about the product.
Now, let's proceed to the next subtopic, which is about the standard that used by Jakim as references when issuing the halal food certificate. There are 5 standards used by Jakim, which are MS 1500, MS 1514, MS 1480, Manual Procedure of Halal Certification Malaysia, Food Act 1983, and Food Regulation 1985. We will elaborate more about the first 4 standards. Now, Aiman will talk about the MS 1500.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Muhammad Diah from IC 2204B. Now, I want to explain about the Malaysian standard that used by Jakim to determining the halal of product, which is Malaysian Standard 1500/2009, Halal Food Production, Preparation, Handling and Storage. So, Jakim used this standard as a reference to determining the halal of product. Okay, in briefly, this Malaysian standard provides practical guidance for the food industry on the preparation and handling of halal food, and to serve as a basic requirement for halal food product and food trade or business in Malaysia. This standard also prescribe about the practical guideline, starting from the selection of raw materials until its distribution and marketing activities for the food industries, and it has become the basic requirement for the food production process in Malaysia. For the example, this standard stated the slaughtering process. Okay, some of the requirement that must be complied is the slaughtering shall be performed only by a practicing Muslim. Second, the slaughterman shall have certificate for halal slaughter issued by a competent authority. And the third, the animal to be slaughtered has to be an animal that is halal to eat. So we can conclude here that this standard is the fully guideline from the starting of the product until at the end of the product. So, if you want to know more detail about it, you can refer to the standard and read at your own.
In order to pass halal requirement from Jakim, the applied food product not only shall be compliant with Sharia law, but all stages in food production, which are preparing, processing, packaging, storage, or distributing the food product, also must comply with hygiene regulation or guidelines such as Good Manufacturing Practice (GMP) or Good Hygiene Practice (GHP). GMP is an essential for in food production because it is considered as minimum sanitary to cover the safety and hygiene of produced food. That's why GMP was called as prerequisite program for all manufacturers. GMP is focusing on operational and environmental conditions to ensure that the food production occurs consistently. This is because consistent production can control the quality of the product for its intended use. Besides, GMP can help the manufacturer to diminish risk characteristics like cross-contamination and mix-up in food production. As the GMP covering all the stages in food production, starting from receiving stages all the way to the distribution stages, the GMP guideline is beneficial for all manufacturers. Therefore, GMP is required for all manufacturers who want to apply the Halal certification from Jakim.
The next standard used by Jakim is MS 1480, which is for the food safety according to Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point (HACCP) system, and the latest version is the MS 1480 2019. So, the purpose of this guideline is to guarantee the safety of the food during any process related to food production, such as handling, manufacturing, storage, transportation, and many more. HACCP is a set of systematic steps in controlling and managing hazard that may bring harm to the food production. Hazard can be in the form of biological, chemical, or physical hazard. So, what is the relationship between HACCP and halal? HACCP and halal is related in the context of halalan thayyiban. In order for a food to be tayyib, it must consist of these four elements. First, it must be from the halal sources and not haram. Second, it must be clean and pure. Third, it must bring benefit and nutritional content. Lastly, it have to be safe and not harmful. So, the MS 1418 highlight about the safety of the food. Basically, the use of MS 1418 can be seen during the auditing process by Jakim. Jakim will consider the aspect that stated in the MS 1418 during the auditing process. The auditing procedure involves the checking of machine, utensil, raw material, additive material, hygienic practice, storage, transportation, and all the food processing. In conclusion, MS 4080 is very important in halal product determination. Therefore, a company that is certified with HACCP is more likely to get halal certification than the company that is not certified by HACCP. Okay, that's all from me. Let's proceed to the next presenter.
Okay, so we go into the one of the procedure that used by Jakim is manual procedure for Malaysian halal certification 3rd Division 2014. Is one of the procedure that will be used for Jakim that aim to clarify the requirement to be complied with and in managing the Malaysian halal certification as the guideline to the Jakim. It also must be read together with all the standards. In this procedure, halal, the goods and the food that described as halal means it cannot contain any part of animal that prohibited by Sharia law, not contain anything that impure or najis according to Sharia and fatwa, not intoxication, not contain any part of human being, which are not in Sharia law, and also not poisonous or hazardous to health. Also, there's other meaning. Okay, so we continue into the what is the condition to obtain the halal certification. In this procedure, there's some of the application that which is not eligible to be applied for some manufacturers or applicants, like non-halal products, products and distribute with halal and non-halal product they use similar brand with non-halal product, that can give product that can give negative impact to religion and social life. Also, product that use the same or confused term same with the non-halal product. Meanwhile, for the general requirement in this manual procedure also, that raw ingredients and raw material need to be ensured is halal and safe. Source that come from animal should have a valid halal certificate. Sources that from imported animal based raw material should come from approved plants that by Jakim, approved plants by Jakim and Department of Veterinary. Other than that, raw material without halal certification need to be need to be set together with a complete specification like material composition and other documents. Other than that, general requirement for processing is is not missing with raw material with or product with the non-halal material or any uncertainty halal status. So all these things that which is Jakim as the general requirement that Jakim need to see in determine halal food also. And general requirement in processing also is cannot use any brushes or appliances that by animal hair, which is not allowed by the Jakim. Okay, thank you.
Now, I want to share with you one issue related to halal food. Okay, the issue I picked from Sina newspaper on 11 May 2019. The title of this issue in the newspaper is "One restaurant in Malaysia just show slaughtering certificate but don't have halal certificate." Okay, that restaurant is found to be used halal logo that not valid from Jakim. It was detected in an integrated operation led by the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumers Affairs (KPDN HEP) with the licensing division of Penang City Council and at the Penang State Islamic Religious Affairs Department. Examination find that restaurant provide Indian food has no halal certification. However, on his food menu, there is a halal logo that will confuse its clients and customers, especially the Muslim. And also the owner of restaurant was suspended the certificate of slaughtering and the Holy Quran verse at the counter and wall to attract the Muslims customers. According to Jakim, the certificate of slaughtering issue only for individuals and don't have to display it at the restaurant or eateries. So, as a Muslim, we must aware every food and beverages that we consume. Haram things will give a huge effect to us from the attitude and akhlaq. So we are recommended to consume the things that are clearly halal and prevent from any haram and doubtful elements.
Next, we move to another issue when several manufacturers are using confused statements such as pork or alcohol free, halal guarantee, or Muslim made to attract more Muslim consumers. This kind of action actually is an offense if they does not have real halal certification from competent authority, which is Jakim, but still label their food product as halal. Other than that, there are also manufacturers that using Islamic name to describe their food product. To avoid this problem, there is suggestion for Jakim to ask all manufacturers to register halal certification. However, Jakim rejected this suggestion as halal certification is an optional and voluntary thing.
In conclusion, Jakim has set a high standard for Jakim Halal certification with the implementation of Halal and Thayyiban concept and by referring to the guidelines mentioned in the presentation. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for listening.